Morning, I'm currently at Rannoch train station. We've just parked up, ready for something a little bit different for today. The plan is to do a bit of fishing at Loch Ossian and then a bit of hiking on the road to the Isles, basically back down to Rannoch Station. So I've got the train from Rannoch to Corrour, it's due in just under 20 minutes. I'll take that, still on a 12-minute train journey up to Rannoch Station, then it's about 2k from there to Loch Ossian, fish that for a couple of hours, and then walk the road to the Isles back here. There is another loch on the way back, which I might give another go at, depending on how much time I've got and how well the fishing's going. So yeah, that's the plan, and I guess it's just a case of seeing how it goes. It's a bit different from what I normally do, and it's more of what I would like to do, getting out to more remote, wilder places, seeing more of the country, seeing just more interesting places, and yeah, trying a bit of fishing in these places as well. Try and combine my love of both hiking and fishing, so hopefully it'll go well. Just have to see how it goes. We'll see it probably Corrour Station. Well, that's me at Corrour Station, that's the train departing. So yeah, off we go on a little adventure. And yeah, Loch Ossian is just a couple of minutes down the road. I believe I could get a permit at the station house, so I'll go and do that first. Cool. So it turns out that you actually don't need to buy a permit. I was at the station there, they said fishing there's fine as long as you make sure you leave no trace, which I would do anyway, whether I'm hiking or fishing. So off we go. It's only about a 1k walk to Loch Ossian, so not far. The views are already stunning. I'll have to see if I can show, because it's such a wide angle lens, I might not show them that well, but have a look, let's see what we've got. People coming up there. See the views down there are absolutely stunning, but yeah, they don't show particularly well on the camera, which is a shame. So here we are at Loch Ossian. I've no idea how deep the water is, I've no idea, well, I don't know very much about anything with regards to the loch. It's obviously pathless to get to. Oh, that's a little bit of island, I thought it was just a spit. Okay, what I might do is go around to this little spit here, fish at this bay, then fish out between those islands and see how we get on there. Beautiful place though. I'm using 8-foot Avigarcia diplomats rated 10 to 25 grams, which is significantly overkill considering I'm only going to be casting lures in the range of like 3 to 5 grams, but it's what I've got. It's only 4-piece spinning rod I had. I've paired that with my usual Revo reel with the 9-pound braid and 6-pound fluoro on it, and I've gone with, initially at least, the usual for me Savage Gear stick weight twitch. Let's just see how things go. The water does seem quite shallow. It's got a nice peaty colour to it, so yeah, I'll give it another 15 minutes here. I've not had any takes at all. I'll move on slightly. Pretty sure further down the loch it is deeper, so just see how things are. So I might move on to another spot. Might also have to put a waterproof jacket on if this persists, although it shouldn't do, it's not forecast to. The little drizzle seems to have stopped. Oh. The plan is there's a little spit coming up. I'm not sure how easy it'll be to see from that. Yeah, I'm going to try and fish from that for a little bit. Hopefully there'll be something hanging about those parts. Just have to see how everything goes. This looks like a better spot. It's got what appears to be a bit of depth to it, so we'll give it a go anyway. Definitely doesn't seem to be hitting anything on the retrieve until now. Just as you're getting towards the edge, you get a little bit of weed. I'll just speed it up and raise it as we get towards the end. A slightly faster retrieve this time as well. Right, midges have found me, so I'm not staying here too much longer because I've got the bloody midge head in it. They're not biting me, the smidge is working, but they're still swarming around, which is a pain in the arse. I've swapped to a Meps Comet. See how we get on with that. Oh. I think that was a rock that just bounced off. Might not be. Yeah, must have been. Got a little bit of gunk on the hook. Right, just 5-10 more minutes. Seems to be getting a bit brighter, that's good. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Brighter's good because you get rid of those midges. Which are on my arms and everything. You can hear some people walking. Luckily I'm like on the end of a spit and I'm nowhere near the path, so I don't think anybody knows I'm even here right now, which is fine by me. So Loch Ossian, bit of a dud when it comes to fishing, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Some people might be upset if they've not got anything after travelling all this way, but frankly, when I've got views and scenery and all that stuff like this, I don't much care. I think, yeah, more than happy with what I've got. It's beautiful out here. So, yeah. I need to backtrack a little bit to get back onto the road to the Isles. Then I'm going to hike down. There is another loch a bit further south. It's about a 1k walk off of the road to the Isles path. I've not heard any or read anything about it in terms of fishing. I know there's a boat hut. I don't think there's any boats in it, but that suggests that there has at some point been something worth fishing for in there. So Loch Ossian hasn't worked out. Maybe that one will. We'll find out. In the meantime, because yeah, that's at least 10k away. So I've got a couple hours of walking at least before I get to that, but that's fine. I'm just happy to be out here. It's absolutely stunning. Even though it's not the most beautiful day in the world, I think as fishermen we would all agree that you wouldn't want a nice bright sunny day. Even as hikers you would probably prefer not to have too bright a hot and sunny day. So I'm now on the road to the Isles, which is going to take me down to the next loch on the route. The total walk today is about, well, it's about 18k if you don't take in all the little detours for fishing and things like that. With the fishing, you're probably talking 23, 24k. So in miles, you're probably talking about 14 miles, something like that. So it's not a huge distance, but it's not a small one either. This next loch I'm going to do is properly in the middle of nowhere. Unlike, you know, Loch Ossian, which is, you know, just a k-ish from Curragh train station. This one's at least 4 or 5k from anywhere, so should definitely have the place to myself. And hopefully the fish will be a bit more active because I've got absolutely nothing at Loch Ossian. It's all good though. I'm still out here on what is a great hiking day. It's dry, it's a bit cloudy. Cloud base could have done with it being a bit higher for better views, but they're not terrible. There's a little memorial plaque on the path, well, just beside the path, in memory of Peter J. Trowell, born September 1949, died March 1979 at Loch Ossian. It says, I have a friend, a song and a glass. Gaily along life's road I pass. Joyous and free out of doors for me, over the hills in the morning. It's quite nice actually. And yeah, it's a glorious view overlooking Loch Ossian. There's a couple of women with bike packing gear cycling down just now towards the youth hostel. Oh, it's glorious. Genuinely couldn't imagine being anywhere else. I have to say, as hiking paths go, this one's pretty good. It's pretty much an old trail the whole way. Not going to argue that. It's a nice, easy option. It's not your narrow single track. It's not boggy underfoot. It's reasonably solid, reasonably good condition. So at this stage, obviously, it might change as it goes along, but I don't think it will. But yeah, at this stage I would certainly say if you're wanting to try a first longer distance walk, this might be a good one because it's easy to follow because nice path the whole way and easy underfoot conditions. You're not getting soaking wet feet and boggy. There's only one little burn crossing so far where that could easily be done on by walking on stepping stones. Might be a bit different in Spate, but right now, absolutely no problem with it. Yeah. Happily keep doing this for a while, which is good because I've got a while to keep doing. I'm just approaching a little burn and I've definitely seen something moving in it. Almost makes me wish I'd brought my little a fly rod, like a little 6 foot 2 weight or something like that. Can't see anything just now. It looked like it was something rising in the water, but can't see anything. Oh no, I can see a lot of fish. I can see a couple of little fish. Oh, there's a couple of trout up there. They're only about 4 or 5 inches long, but there are trout in here. Yeah. Gonna stand still, see if anything wants to come closer. Oh, fish just jumped. It is, it's a lot of trout. Yeah, I think I would come along, look at doing this sort of thing again with a little 6 foot or 6.5 foot 2-weight rod or something like that. Just have a bit of fun. Well, I've reached the highest point of the walk. I'm now on the downhill section. I think the high point's actually before the halfway mark of the walk, so should be downhill then flat. Well, I think the last 2k, which is pretty much the road back to Rannoch Station, is about 2k and it's flat. But yeah, it should be a reasonably gentle downhill till then, so should be nice and easy. It's not been too hard going today. It's been quite easy, if I'm being honest. I've certainly done much more challenging walks than this, but I accept that I'm not in particularly good shape, so I'm probably still going to be absolutely knackered at the end. We'll just have to see how it goes. Just continuing the walk downhill, and it's just a consistent walk downhill. The little Loch Ossian in the far distance is just before Rannoch Station, so I pretty much walked down there. I'm next to the little Loch Ossian. That's not a little Loch Ossian actually, that's quite a big loch. But yeah, walked down to the loch and then take a quick right, flat path-ish, to Rannoch train station. Private jet. With a French flag on it. Flying rather low as well. There's little doubt in my mind that this little river will have trout in it. If there was trout in that tiny, tiny little stream, further uphill, there's going to be fish in here. Oh, actually I think I just saw one rise. It's not going to be any good to chuck a spinner, but again, a little 6 foot 2-weight or something along those lines. Oh, the temptation to come back when I'm a bit fitter and a bit more inclined and have a go at these little streams, because they're all over the country. That could be really good fun. So this is the path to the other loch that I was going to fish. I say going to, past tense, because clearly it's been torn up a bit by ATVs, which we just regularly used. I didn't have any information on whether a permit was required to fish there or anything like that. And just behind me, just around the corner, there's a van parked, so there's definitely somebody here. And I'm going to assume the van's somebody who should be here. So I don't want to offend or annoy anyone by going up there and having a cast. So unfortunately, I think that's probably my fishing for the day, because that is a bit too clearly used, if you know what I mean. Well, this is the end of the road to the Isles. Literally just finishing it now. And then with tarmac all the way back to, there's the sign there. Yeah, it'll be tarmac now all the way back to the car at the train station, which I suppose gives me a chance to think about what's worked, what hasn't worked. Obviously, Loch Ossian didn't work, didn't catch anything there, but I probably spent less than an hour fishing. I don't think I necessarily had the right gear for it or put enough effort into it, if I'm being honest. I think because it's a reasonably large loch and it's only a k or so away from the Curragh train station, and it has a path right the way around it, that might be one to actually spend a whole day just concentrating on that loch. Give it a try. If I'm doing that, then I would take better gear. I wouldn't take the travel gear as such. I would take gear that I would use like a 2-piece rod instead of a 4-piece, because I'm only having to carry it for 12 minutes on a train. The rest of the time it'll probably be kitted out and ready to go. So yeah, I think that might be an idea. In terms of what else, I'm surprised that, frankly, my feet are holding up, my body's holding up. I've not done a walk of this sort of duration, this sort of length for, probably this year actually. According to the GPS, I have walked 18.6k, so probably 20k all in by the end, which is not bad. Well, probably a little over 20k, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, I'd be keen to, if I'm taking fishing gear, swap out some of this stuff, because I've got this shoulder holster for the camera. But what I've got at home is I've got an Osprey Archeon chest rig, I think it's called. It's basically a chest pack, which I've put a camera mount onto. That would probably be easier for me to use than the shoulder mount, and would give me the added advantage of being able to carry all my fishing gear, like the little tackle boxes with the lures in it, etc. I could carry that in the chest rig, so that if I wanted to stop for a bit and fish for a spot for a while, I could take the backpack off. I'd still have the camera on the chest mount, still have all the lures and tackle and stuff that I need. That might just be the way to do it. Other than that, it's just been a really good walk. Fishing, absolutely dreadful, but walking, great. Beautiful walk, fantastic scenery. You basically go from, obviously, Loch Ossian and Curragh, then you go up and over and you're looking down Blackwater Reservoir towards Loch Leven and that bit area, and then towards this end you've got Loch Leyden down here and the Blackmouth, all of which looks really, really good. Now again, the mountain rivers and mountain streams, this just looks amazing, and we'll show you. That looks so fishy to me. I'll be surprised if they're not fishing there. Equally surprised if there's not a couple of decent sized ones, since we're literally just up from the loch. Yeah, that might be something to look at, something along those lines. The tiny little lightweight rod. Right, I'm not good to bore you anymore. And yeah, nobody wants to watch a video of somebody walking on a road because it's not exciting. So I'm going to head off at this point. But if you did like this sort of thing, I plan on doing more of it, particularly more of the try to get fishing in the wild places, but also just general hiking videos I want to try and do a bit more of. So if it is something that's of interest to you, feel free to like and subscribe. As I said before, I do this more for me than I do for other people, but if other people are interested, I'm not going to argue. Cool. Anyway, speak to you later.